Hello everyone. Well, I hope this time works because yesterday my mic didn't work. I'll go to work on a different route. This is a nice car. The roads are very wet. Anyway, what was I talking about in my previous videos? I'll probably finish the 4 fundamental forces. Did I? Oh, I don't remember. Because I recorded another video, but the mic didn't work, so I don't know what I picked up from. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I talked about electromagnetism and how it keeps the solar winds away and things like that. Anyway, I'll recapitulate how the 4 fundamental forces work then quickly. So, beginning of time, or a billionth of a fraction of a second after the time started, the weak nuclear force and the strong nuclear force were combined into one force. We can do that in labs now, and if you raise the temperature, we're working into that. Oh, in the Large Hadron Collider, if you raise temperature high enough, the weak nuclear force and the strong nuclear force will become one united force, and if you raise the temperature higher than that, it's speculated, it's not proven, because we can't raise the temperature that high, but at the beginning of time the temperature certainly was as high as that, probably higher. You get electromagnetism uniting with the other force, and then it's pretty warm today. Gravity is different in a way. It's probably because it's a property of space-time itself and matter. Oh, I don't know. Or maybe if you raise temperature even higher, you unite gravity with the other with the other force, the remaining force. It's only one that remains, but only if you raise the temperature high enough. Who knows? I don't know. So yeah, beginning of time, there was probably gravity and one other force, this other force divided then into strong nuclear force. No, electromagnetism. It divided in electromagnetism and another force. This other force now divided into the weak and the strong nuclear force, and that's how we got to have 4 fundamental forces that rule the universe. Gravity acts on large scales, electromagnetism on small scales, weak and strong nuclear force act on very small, very small scales. Yes. So we have the quantum physics, and the general relativistics. Oh my god. God, I need a coffee. What the hell? What is that? Who knows? It's a very dull day today. You know how kids make bike noises? Well, I'm not much of an adult, am I? I still make bike noises. But I have to contain myself from going fast. So yeah, or am I? Forces. I only started this series by describing the 4 fundamental forces because I'll get to them later on, and they're not. They're the worst part of my understanding of the universe. Then we get to how star works and complexity and, well, the principles of thermodynamics, and you'll see the world as I do if you want to, but it's a more complete view than most people have. Usually people choose to be ignorant about this kind of stuff because it's, well, boring to them. Oi. Why the hell do you... This is the Ruth Park. Ruth. Autumn, or as Americans say, fall. Changes. Right. So, should I start with a new chapter? I'll start with a new chapter. And and that chapter is first level of complexity in the universe. Well, for me, I don't know. I almost had a crush here once. Someone came anyway. Right. First level of complexity to me is stars. So after the universe started, it grew up in size very, very, very fast. Due to the weak nuclear force, there was more matter left than antimatter, and as it cooled down, this matter was a bit weird because it was uniform all across the universe, and the universe was growing faster, probably, if I'm not mistaken, than the speed of light, which is weird, but anyway. So it's a bit weird that it was uniform due to the fact that it was expanding faster than it can mix itself, or faster than information can travel. We know it was uniform, but by which I mean that there was more or less the same amount of stuff everywhere. We know that because of the cosmic radiation background thingy. The radiation background. Everyone has seen that picture, I'm sure. I don't know if you know it's called that way, but you definitely saw it. So as the universe cooled, let's say about 400 million years after it started, I think. I'm not sure, but I think it's 400,000 million years after that. It got so cold that the quarks made up protons, then we had neutrons, and then the electrons that were free roaming around because the temperature was too high for them to stick around. What's it called? Atomic nuclei. We have the first atom in the universe, which was hydrogen. Hydrogen is a very simple atom. It only has one proton and one electron, and probably a little bit of helium as well. As helium is a noble gas, so it's well, what means it's a noble gas? It doesn't want to bind with anything or interact. It doesn't want to interact with anything. No, it's a bit of a introvert, helium. A little bit of helium, a little bit of hydrogen. Oh, fuck. Come on, come on, come on, I'm stuck here. Here I am. Anyway, so we have hydrogen, big clouds of hydrogen everywhere, and due to gravity, the universe is quite big now. So due to gravity, it bungled in concentrated spaces, and it forms formed the first stars. Basically, gravity lights up the universe at one point, because as hydrogen was brought up in smaller and smaller spaces by gravity, it will compress itself and it will raise the temperature and pressure enough to start fusion. Fusion is what humanity tries to achieve next, because it will produce a lot of energy with little to no fuel, because our problem right now is given by the lack of fuel. We run out of petrol and it pollutes as well, but fusion is clean energy, but it's hard to get it, because you can make things fuse on Earth. There's been bombs, hydrogen bombs as well, but it takes a lot of energy to get hydrogen to fuse in labs, and at this point it takes more energy to get it to fuse than you get out of it. So it's a problem not of making fusion happen on Earth, it's a problem of making it efficient enough to get something out. Anyway, I'll be back later on. Ta-da.